The Joe Biden campaign put out a reaction to the vice president's visit to Wisconsin. It reads in part, quote, "From farmers who have been forced to file for bankruptcy during the pandemic to union workers in the Fox Valley, people across the state have been left in the dust by an administration that has only rewarded the wealthy and well-connected." It continues, quote, "Now the Trump campaign is once again sending Vice President Mike Pence to the Badger State to do damage control for this administration's historic failure of leadership." The COVID pandemic has restricted campaign events for both candidates. Joe Biden has mostly held virtual gatherings with supporters to this point, but one local Democrat says he's eager for Biden to travel personally to Wisconsin.
I know they're talking about him coming here. Obviously, he'll be here when the convention occurs. He will be in Milwaukee for that. Yeah, I hope he will come here because Wisconsin is going to be a very important state, even though we see the polls look good right now. And Trump is not running a very disciplined campaign whatsoever. But we're not going to be complacent.
And we have more coverage of the vice president's visit on our website, WXOW.com. Let's take a break for an update now on the weather. As you heard Marcus mention a moment ago, very hot out there today. Dan Breeden is here with La Crosse's first forecast. Dan.
Yeah, Scott, there are two big stories. We have the high heat and humidity for tomorrow, heat index values above 100, but we also have some passing thunderstorms to talk about. Late tonight into early tomorrow, a possibility for a few stronger thunder showers north of La Crosse, and also another chance as we head into Saturday night. Right now, those thunderstorms are moving across northwestern Minnesota and parts of the Dakotas. They're heading southeastward toward northern Wisconsin. Right now, it's pretty quiet here, but we are going to be looking for things to change a little bit on those two fronts, the high heat and humidity. It was kind of a warm one for today. Even now, we're at 87 degrees here in La Crosse. I'll have more coming up in just a bit. Scott?
Thanks, Dan. La Crosse County today reported the first death due to the coronavirus. The patient was a man in his 70s who had been hospitalized with the virus prior to his death. It is the first death from among 636 cases since the outbreak began in the county. 10 new cases reported today in La Crosse County, and there are 5 current hospitalizations. Trempealeau County also reported its first death from COVID-19 today. The county did not release details about the person who died. It is the first death from among 231 cases in that county so far. Trempealeau County also reported 10 new cases today. Statewide, Wisconsin health officials report an additional 880 new cases today. Monroe County reports 7 new cases. Vernon County reports 3. There are 2 new deaths statewide. In Minnesota, 669 new cases, 3 of those in Fillmore County, 3 in Winona County. The state also reports 7 additional deaths. Gunderson Health System has clarified its mask policy for patients and visitors. Masks with vents are not allowed because they do not effectively reduce the risk of transmitting infection to others.
So acceptable face coverings would be bandanas. It's an easy fix. There's many other face coverings out there that we see, in stores, even homemade ones they're just fully covered. There's no ventilation or there's no built-in vents.
Now, this is an image of the type of mask that is not allowed. Gunderson says a mask without vents will be provided if a person does not have one that meets the new guidelines.